In this lesson, we'll be going over how to use clipping paths in Affinity, which is a way of taking an image and making it fit the shape of another image. So a simple example of this would be this image I have here. I'm going to grab my Shapes tool, and I'm going to grab one of the shapes, and I'm going to click and drag over the image to apply a shape. Now let's say I wanted to fill this shape with this image. What I could simply do is I could position it over the image, and I could take the image in the layer and click and drag it on top of the layer like that. And when I release the clip, you can see the image is now contained within that shape. And I can select that shape and move it around and transform it and continue to work on it as if it were any other shape. And you can see there we have all of the transformations. We have rotations. We can apply quick effects. We can apply adjustments, filters, so on and so forth. And if you want to change the position of the image within the shape, you could just expand the layer, and then you can click on the image, and now you can move the image around as needed. In fact, you could scale it down if you want to. You can rotate it around, and you get the idea. So let me come over here to another example. You can also use clipping paths with text. So I'm going to grab the text tool, and I'm going to draw some text. I'm going to write sunny beach in all caps, and I'm going to, let me select all of the text and make this white, and I'm going to use a really heavyweight font with this. So I'm going to look for Impact. We'll go with that. And I'm going to space these letters closer together. So I'm going to place the cursor between them and hold the Option key or the Alt key and use the left and right bracket keys. The idea is to make these letters nice and tight so that more of the image can show through. Now I'm going to select all of the text again, and I'm going to collapse the spacing between the letters like that. Okay, I'll go with something like that right there. So now I'll scale this up, and I'm going to take the image and just drop that onto the text like that. And now we have made, whoops, let me undo that. Let me select just this. Now we have made a clipping path where the image flows into the text. And again, you can change this image if you want to. You can reposition it. You can even apply adjustment layers to it, like if you want to make it brighter, for example. It may be difficult to see. Let's grab the Shapes tool again, and I'm going to create a rectangle. And I'll make the rectangle a dark shade of blue. And I'll put this at the bottom so that we can see this. Now you can see it better. Now, if we wanted to make this brighter, we can apply adjustments on top of it. So I'm going to apply, let me apply the adjustment just to this image. I'm going to apply the brightness contrast, and I'm going to make the image brighter. I'm going to increase the contrast, and you get the idea. We're combining different traits here, well, different features anyway. Okay. Now this doesn't just work with images. This also works with vectors as well. I have this grouping of vector objects, and if I want to make it fit inside of another shape, I could just grab the Shapes tool. Let's say a circle, for example, and I can draw a circle like this, and I can place the group of objects within that circle, and now it fits into that circle like that. If you found this lesson useful, be sure to check out my Affinity Masterclass. It's a collection of over 80 videos where we go over all of the tools and features in the Affinity app, and I explain what they are and demonstrate how they work. Kind of like how I did in this video. We even have a private community where you can ask questions, get help from me anytime you need it, and share your work to get feedback from the community. By the end of this course, you will have everything you need to become a master of the Affinity app. I'll have some information about that down below if you want to check that out, and as always, thanks for watching.